Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about an exciting new stock. And so they are a life sciences company that is working on developing a new non-invasive real-time diagnostic testing device for measuring glucose levels. And so they've been developing this for about 2 years and they are making progress. And so they are working towards mass production as they have recently received a grant from the Australian government for $4.7 million. And they are also working towards regulatory approval, and so there is definitely potential for this stock going forward. And so if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And if you'd like to get 2 free stocks from Webull, there is a link down below. Once you deposit just $5, you can get those 2 free stocks. And as always, I am not a financial advisor, so please do your own research. This is just my opinion. And so let's get started. The stock I'm going to be talking about today is GBS. And so as you can see, it was up about 17% today and closed at $4.29. And so after hours, it was down about 2.5%. And it closed at $4.18. And so we can see here it did have a pretty large spike today, up to about $5, and then it did settle back down. And so if you're interested in this stock, I have talked about this in my Patreon around $3.70. And so if you're interested in joining that, there is a link down below. And so I'd like to go through their investor presentation here to explain what they do. And so as we can see here, GBS is on a mission to put the power of non-invasive real-time diagnostic testing in the hands of patients and their primary healthcare practitioners at point of care. And so we can see here that instead of pricking for glucose monitoring, our saliva glucose biosensor technology will make finger pricking obsolete. And so they have this device here that can just be placed on your tongue with saliva, and it is pain-free, non-invasive, easy to use, and convenient. And so here this kind of goes through some of the technology. It is a small printable organic strip. The biosensor platform is designed to put the power of accurate, timely diagnosis in the hands of patients and their primary health practitioners. And so the device that they have created is a biosensor that is patented organic thin film transistor technology, which can be printed at scale and at a low cost. And so they currently have identified a pipeline of up to 130 indications for the use of this biosensor. And so we can see here a little bit more about the device. And so the biosensor platform pipeline, and we can see they are working on 2 different devices currently. They have the saliva glucose test, and then they are also working on a SARS-CoV-2 test for immunology. And so they still have different development pipelines in all of these industries, in the biochemistry, tumor markers, immunology, hormones, and then nucleic acids. And so we can see that these 2 are the furthest along. We can see that they're in their clinical validation. And so I would not be surprised if they came out with news for regulatory submission here in the near future, just because they have recently been awarded a $4.7 million grant from the Australian federal government. And so since they have done that, that is for manufacturing, so they can start mass producing these. And so since they're still in the clinical validation phase, I think they will be submitting for regulatory approval here in the short term. And so that definitely would be a catalyst for this stock going forward. And so one other thing I'd like to look at here as well for the saliva glucose biosensor, they are working with different development partners. And so with both of the products, they are working with the University of Newcastle in Australia, and then they are working with Johns Hopkins University for the saliva glucose biosensor. And then for the SARS-CoV-2 antibody biosensor, they are working with Wyss Institute, which is part of Harvard. And so I think they have a lot of very reliable sources here they are working with. And so I think this product is very well thought out and heavily researched. And so we can see here, this is very easy to use. You can just place the saliva glucose biosensor in contact with saliva. And then with the biosensor nearby, the digital app will display glucose levels. And so the app provides real-time data and sends the data to electronic medical records or caregiver as assigned by the user. And so we can see here, this shows the current stage of the products. They're both about at the same stage here, and they're going through design and transferring to manufacturing. And so it's something they're going to start working on here. And so especially with that grant from the Australian government. And so we can also see that the biosensor technology is patent protected through 2033. And so I think this is very good as they continue to develop and they start to manufacture these devices. So I'd like to take a look at this article a little bit more here as well. And so it was announced that they have been awarded a $4.7 million grant from the Australian federal government on July 8th. And so this is to build a biosensor manufacturing facility. And so this initiative will support the establishment of an Australian high-tech medical device manufacturing facility to commence scaled production of the printable organic electronic biosensor technology for the APAC region. And so down here we can see that GBS anticipates its manufacturing facility will have the capacity to produce an annual supply of 100 million biosensor units for rollout to the primary global commercialization sites in the Asia Pacific region. And so let's just say that they sell these devices for $3 to $5 and they are producing 100 million of them on an annual supply. That means that they would be bringing in about $300 to $500 million in revenue annually just from this one device. And so if the glucose monitoring for diabetes is successful, this could be applied to other areas, including immunology or other areas in the medical field. And so I think that this could definitely start to really take off. However, this is still very speculative as they have not started to mass produce these products yet. However, with the grant from the Australian government, they may start doing that since they have a $4.7 million to start building a manufacturing facility. And so I think that this could definitely start to take off here. As of right now, it is speculative. However, this stock is starting to get much more attention. And so we can see down here as well the need to commence scale production of the SGB and SARS-2 antibody biosensor test follows rigorous testing and research of the technology supported by Harvard University in the Johns Hopkins Environmental Health, Microbiology, and Immunology Laboratory. And so the biosensor technology will be tailored to an additional point of care applications, including diagnosis, management of cancer, infectious disease, and allergies. And so like I stated, this could be used in many different areas. And right now there's currently 130 indications under development. And so GBS's technology is an Australian invention resulting from 20 years of research and development by Professor Paul Destor and his team at the University of Newcastle Center for Organic Electronics. And so lastly, I would like to take a look at the balance sheet for this company. As I have stated, they are not mass producing this product yet, so they do not have a ton of revenue. However, they do have total cash of about $14.26 million on hand, and they have zero debt. And so if they do need to produce more cash or capital, they can always start to sell more common shares, and so that would be able to produce more equity so they can continue to develop and build those manufacturing facilities. And so this stock also has very low float right now, and so it has potential to move very quickly. And so please do your own research on this. This is not financial advice. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.